Hi, welcome to Books with Lexi. This is my vlog for the 4th weekend of Halloweekend Readathon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, everything will be linked in the description for you. So I am going back to doing my themed co-host weekends. Sav was the first weekend, Kaylee was the second weekend, and this weekend I am reading books because of Katrina. So I am reading a book that fits in one of Katrina's favorite tropes, even though I've already technically done this. And I'm also doing the match a co-host thumbnail, even though I've already technically done this. So those are my two bonus ones. And then I will be doing a main reading prompt and a bonus reading prompt for the weekend, for the official prompts. So in this video, I will be reading The Clown Brigade by Stephen Graham Jones for the matcha thumbnail. Here's the cover. Here's the thumbnail where Katrina is wearing clown makeup, so I figured that was a good match. And then the trope that I will be doing is the cursed object. And I will be reading Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This is a cursed film. Then I will be reading Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead for an anticipated read, and I will be hopefully reading The Prettiest Girl in the Grave for something creepy on the cover, and this happens to be Katrina's book club pick for October, so I figured it was a good one to fit in. So those are the plans for the 4 books I'm reading. If you have not noticed, I did cut my hair. I did not film an intro, so you will see me with longer hair for a little bit. Also, at the end of the last vlog, I did not give you my final update on my Halloweekend progress. I only read one book, and I originally was going to read it for something creepy on the cover, but I switched it to reading a book that scares you so that I completed a main reading prompt, just in case I'm not able to catch up on the bonus prompts next weekend. So here's my current progress. 3 of the main reading prompts done, and then 2 of the bonus reading prompts, so no change with that. This weekend I plan on doing 1 more main reading prompt, 1 more bonus reading prompt, and then in the last weekend I plan on doing an extra, since it's a super long weekend, to fit the bonus prompt that I missed. So we have tons of sprints going on this weekend. Very excited. We have our themed drink and treat event on Kaylee's channel, so that will be linked if you want to go back. If you're in the Discord, you can see the supply list if you want to be making something along with us. So now going back to past me with longer hair. It is 10:40 on Thursday night. Bowser's downstairs barking if you can hear him. So future me is going to do an intro that you would have just seen and tell you my plans for the weekend, because I just didn't feel like vlogging earlier. But I am getting back into diamond painting, so I will show you that. I'm doing a jack-o'-lantern one. I'm not very far in, but this is what it looks like. I hope to get a lot of it done this weekend because I have a lot of reading to do. So I've read my first book for the weekend. I figured I would pick a short one for one of the host-specific prompts. So I read The Clown Brigade by Stephen Graham Jones because of this thumbnail of Katrina's where she has clown makeup on. I enjoyed this one. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. It is not my favorite by Stephen Graham Jones. I think that it was just too quick, and some of the things that were happening I just needed more of. Not more explanation, but just some more something. So we are following this really annoying guy, and he is going to see his ex-girlfriend. She is pretty much a Peloton instructor, and he is going to see her. She pretty clearly doesn't know he's coming to visit, and then he also starts to see these clowns that nobody else can see. So I still don't really know what happened at the end of this, but I did enjoy it. Once again, I just needed some more things not going on, but Hi, Winston. So I am going to finish this little section of my diamond painting, and I'm going to start Silver Nitrate, I believe. Probably have cat hair on me. But I'm not going to talk to you again until tomorrow because honestly, I'm just really tired. Hello, it is Friday morning. I have been working on Bowser's haircut. I will show you him when he's finished, but he just had so much hair and was panting all the time. Anyway, I am a third into Silver Nitrate. What? Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This is my third, I think, from this author, and I have the Evernight Illumicrate edition. I took the dust jacket off, but it's silver. and then these cool end pages. My favorite part though is this, and I'm so intrigued because like this is not part of the story yet. So we are following, I don't remember character names. I should be more prepared. Let me go grab the dust jacket. We are following Montserrat, and she is a sound editor, and it's pretty well known that it's like run by men. And she's really, really good at her job. And then she also has her friend Tristan, who is a like washed up soap opera star. And he moves after he and his girlfriend break up and ends up living in an apartment with this like old horror film director, and they like watched his films when they were younger and everything, and then they end up having dinner with him, and he starts talking about the Nazi occultist like magic person that worked on the last film that he really worked on. So now the director wants them to help him shoot the missing scenes and lift the curse, and they start working together, but they notice a dark presence following them. So I'm reading this for Katrina's trope of a cursed object. This is a cursed film. So far I'm really, really liking it. It is slow. I looked, and Sylvia Moreno Garcia said that this is supernatural suspense, like not that it's specifically horror, but there's a lot of like film history in it. And for some reason, even though it's pretty slow up to this point, I'm very into it. It's feeling like 4 stars right now, but I feel like it has potential to move around, because I feel like if I'm enjoying it this much when it's just like a lot of history of like film and stuff, like it can only get better. So I am a third in. I am going to be joining Katrina's sprints later, but I have to go to the library first. So I think I'm going to go get some nacho fries from Taco Bell, and then I'm going to drop off my book that's due today and pick up some stuff that I have for Blackoween, hosted by Bree from Locked Booktition. Next week, I'm going to be starting a vlog for that. I'm really excited because there's different like areas, and I picked my 2, and I have books for each of them, so that will be coming soon. But I'm very interested to see how this keeps going. It's a lot of fun so far in like a very historical way, which I'm confused about my feelings on, but also happy because I have this special edition. So I'm gonna go eat some nacho fries. Hello, I'm using my front-facing camera, so the quality's not as good, but I just cut my hair. That's my update. I'll talk to you about the book later. Good morning. I am 65% into Silver Nitrate. I did not get as much reading done yesterday as I was planning on because editing my last Halloweekend video took me significantly longer than I thought it would, but it's fine. Also, I cut my hair. Still a work in progress, so I will like show you the final product later. But to the book. So Silver Nitrate, I am still really enjoying it. It is slower paced, but I'm still interested. I like the characters. I think that they're interesting, and I think that the stuff that is going on is, how many times can I say interesting? It's too early. Everything is keeping my attention, and I'm intrigued and want to know how it's going to end. I really love that this edition is like, obviously Silver Nitrate is in the book, but this hardcover design is the book within the book. It is the House of Infinite Wisdom, and it is like this like magic cult witchy vibe situation. So it's not like a story, but I think it's fun. As of right now, this is feeling like 4 stars. I'm really liking it. Constantly keeping my attention, and I'm excited to pick it back up, which I'm very glad for because I wanted to keep this edition so badly. I'm currently on sprints on Monica's channel. I'm probably gonna read a little bit and then eat lunch. I'm starting to get hungry. I could probably eat now. It's like 11 o'clock. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you again when I'm done.
Yeah, they're the only fruit that has like natural melatonin in it.
Getting
so
it.
I love them.
No wonder I never sleep. I never have cherries.
That's
I feel like this looks very fancy.
So, if you're following along, you just added 4 cups of tart cherry juice, and so now you add 1 cup of orange juice.
Look at you go. So it is very late on Saturday. We had our event where we made the things. It was a lot of fun making the drinks and the snack. I don't think anything really went as expected, but it was still a really fun time. That will be linked for you if you want to check that out. And then after that, Cassidy was like, hey, I'm going to do sprints. Do you want to do Halloweekend sprints? And I was like, absolutely. So I was on sprints with her. Mel, Sav, and Monica were all there, so that was a lot of fun. And I finished Silver Nitrate, and I am going to give this one 4 stars, which was also my rating for Mexican Gothic, I believe. That one feels more horror in like the gross things that are happening. There's obviously some horror moments in here. I was talking, and I have seen Sylvia Miranda Garcia specifically say that she would categorize this as supernatural suspense, which I would obviously agree with. I mean, the author said that. But there is like sorcerers and magic and like weird things going on. There's an occultist. There's this situation. There's a lot of things going on at all times, kind of in the background, that kept me interested the whole way through. I was never bored when reading this, and I have read the vampire one. Cannot think of what it's called, but here's the cover. I read that, and I found that one kind of boring. But I think the characters in here and then the things that were going on kept me interested the whole time. So there's a lot of like film history and stuff like of this horror movie and just like certain things in general. I liked the time period for this. I liked the discussions that were in here with women in the movie industry, and also more broad things just with racism in Mexico. The villain in here, he's a Nazi, so not good. But yeah, this kept my attention the whole time. There was just something about it because this is a slow burn. And sometimes I can get bored by that, but something was keeping my attention. Can't quite put my finger on it because it's 2 in the morning, but I'm really glad that I ended up enjoying this because this is a very cool copy of it. The cover, like, just making it silver is not my favorite thing, but the rest of it I think is pretty cool. I would recommend this if you like more slower paced horror books that's like not super in your face scary. There's still some creepy moments, but there wasn't anything that was like too much. I have seen some people DNF this because they thought it was boring, and I feel like if you didn't like it fairly early on, like more things happen towards the end, but it kind of feels like the same vibe throughout. But that is this. It is Saturday night, and I haven't even started technically reading for the main prompts, like my 2 prompts for this weekend, because the Clown Brigade was for the match a thumbnail, which is like an added on thing, and then this was for one of Katrina's favorite tropes, which was something I had already completed as well, so another bonus. Tomorrow, I know it's not going to happen, but I really want to read 2 books. I know it's not going to happen because I only have the audiobook for the one, but I'm going to go to bed because, like I said, it's 2 in the morning and I have sprints at 11 and I'm hosting, so I need to be a little awake for that. So I will update you in the morning with my very likely delusional plan for the day. Hello, it is Sunday. I am on sprints. It is 2 in the afternoon. I've been doing some like house stuff, laundry that I've been putting off, I've been doing that, and I've also been doing some of my diamond painting. I'm doing a jack-o'-lantern one, so I'll show you that in a little bit. But I have started Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I am, I think, 38 to 40% into this. I was going to update you a little earlier in the book, and then I forgot. I also did a little bit more layers in my hair. It's just been a process of cutting my hair, but I think I'm done cutting it for now, and then the next time it gets washed, I'll see afterwards if I'm going to do anything else to it. But Midnight is the Darkest Hour, I am really liking it. I was liking The Last Housewife more at this point. So in this, we are following Ruth and Emmett, I believe. So this says, where the crawdads sing meets Twilight meets Thelma and Louise, and then the inside says it's fans for Verity and A Flicker in the Dark. It is a twisted tale of murder, obsessive love, and the beastly urges that lie dormant within all of us, even the God-fearing folk of Bottom Springs, Louisiana. So we are following Ruth, who is a librarian, and her father is like the town's Baptist preacher. It is a very religious town, but Ruth doesn't really believe. It is very, very like extreme in their religious beliefs. And then it says, unfortunately for Ruth, the only things the townspeople fear more than God and the devil are the myths that haunt the area, like the story of the Low Man, a vampiric figure said to steal into sinners' bedrooms and kill them on moonless nights. And then a skull is found in the swamp next to these mysterious carved symbols, and everyone starts to kind of like go crazy about it. So Ruth and Everett team up. They have a dark past, and they are trying to figure out what is going on. It says it's an examination of the ways we expect love, religion, and the stories to save us, the lengths we have to go in order to take back power, and the monstrous work of being a girl in this world. I'm definitely getting the Where the Crawdads Sing vibes. The setting is very much the same, and we are following a main character who is an outcast. She's like the weird girl who doesn't really talk to people, and they are solving a murder. But I think this one is more interesting. As always, I really like Ashley Winstead's writing. I do like Ruth as a character. I am not obsessed with it at this point. I still think that The Last Housewife is going to be my favorite of hers, but I think this is at least going to be 4 stars. I am a little bummed that I'm not like completely obsessed with it, but it still has time to end up being 5 stars for me. I should be finishing it today, and then that will be for the anticipated book main reading prompt. And then in theory, I also want to read The Prettiest Girl in the Grave for something spooky on the cover for Katrina's weekend, her book club pick. And also she loved Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and I think it's her new favorite from Ashley Winstead. So a very Katrina themed reading weekend. I'm going to get back to listening, doing my diamond painting. I'm currently working on this jack-o'-lantern one, really not very far into it. And I am on sprints with Cass and Monica, so having a good time. But I have so much to read today, so I will talk to you later. It's 4 o'clock on Sunday, and I'm making really good progress. I'm 70% into Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and I am enjoying this still, but it's not the same as The Last Housewife for me. It is feeling like it's still going to be at least 4 stars. It's keeping my attention. I'm liking it. I like the main character, but I'm just not feeling the tension and stuff. I think I wanted a little more of the possible monster stuff that we're getting. Like, there are hints at this like witchcraft stuff and this vampire guy and monsters and all of this, and like I just think I want that to be a little more of the story. It is really dealing a lot with our main character and how living in such a religious heavy area has impacted her. She like can't go to college because of it. She's taught that men are better than women pretty much and all of this stuff. And I like the conversations that are happening in the book, and I'm liking the writing. I just think that I want a little more of the creepy stuff that's going on. I find that that's the case whenever I'm reading a book and there are like hints at things that might be supernatural. I want it to lean into that more and make me feel a little bit more of the tension. But I'm liking the story, and I'm really interested to see how this ends. I mean, I still have 30%, so it could still do a lot, and I think it still has the potential to be 5 stars, but right now, probably 4. So I'll talk to you when I'm done. It's 8:30. I just finished Midnight is the Darkest Hour. I need some time to process, but I just wanted to update you. The sprint is almost over, so I have to go. I've had 2 hours, an hour and a half to process this, and I'm going to give it 5 stars. The last 30% really picked up for me. The first 70% was a little slower, but I was still interested the whole time. But I just really love the discussions that Ashley Winstead has. They are very much like in your face and like this is the point, but I love them. Like, I always just get so emotional because just like the way women have to deal with things in this world, it's just like always like just it just hits me. And then the ending, I completely understand why I posted on Instagram when I got this early from my bookstore with my pre-order. I said I'm not okay, and she's like, I'm assuming you got to the end, and I was like, yeah, I'm not okay now. Like, I just was not expecting that at all. I really like the discussions in here on churches and how women are seen as like to serve the man and like the lesser person and like just all of this stuff and how corrupt things can be. So I'm very, very glad that I read this. I will say that I think I would have liked this more if I had read Twilight ever and liked it. I have not read Twilight. I haven't seen any of the movies, so like I have zero connection to it. And this definitely is for fans of Twilight, but I will continue to read anything Ashley Winstead writes, specifically her thrillers, and I definitely trust her to have good discussions and like good writing. And this is my third 5-star thriller from her, which I love. So it is 10 o'clock now. I think I'm still going to at least start The Prettiest Girl in the Grave because I could still get through a lot of it tonight. We'll see how it goes, but I will update you either probably halfway through this or to wrap up this vlog. I'm here to wrap up Halloweekend weekend 4. I ended up not getting to The Prettiest Girl in the Grave. I was just so tired. I didn't end up starting it. And then I was reading for a different video the next day. So I still do want to read this before Katrina's book club discussion. It is the October pick, but it is happening the beginning of November on her channel. So it's not too late for me or you to pick up this book and chat about it during her discussion. I'll obviously have Katrina linked, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that. Her book club is really fun because it focuses on reading shorter horror books, which I really appreciate because it's usually easier to fit things in that way. So I am sad I didn't get to this, but I still will be reading it soon. So I started the weekend off by reading The Clown Brigade by Stephen Graham Jones. This was like an extra thing to match one of Katrina's thumbnails, and that was 3.5 stars. Then I read Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I read this as an extra to read one of Katrina's favorite tropes, and I read this for Cursed Object. And I also, because I didn't get to The Prettiest Girl in the Grave, am counting this for the bonus prompt of spell a Halloween word in the title. So for this, you could pick any word you want. So I have EVIL for evil, SCARE for scare. So there's a couple words on here. And I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this one. It kept my attention the whole time. And I thought it had some creepy moments in it, but overall, I wouldn't say this is like overtly horror if you're looking for something to scare you. But I still really liked it. And then for the main reading prompt, I read an anticipated read, which was Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead, and I gave this 5 stars. Super excited because next weekend I will be going to an event with her, so I'll be able to get this one signed. And I'm super, super excited for that because she is so nice. And I love seeing her talk about her books and her writing and everything. So here is my new current progress on Halloweekend. I have 4 of the main reading prompts done and 3 of the bonus reading prompts. So I will for sure be able to get the rest of this done next weekend. Next weekend, I also will be reading books because of Kelsey. I have some of them picked out already, and I'm really excited about that. Also, during this weekend, I got some stuff in the mail that I wanted to share with you. I got a Halloween card from Amy Noel Reads. This is really cute. I've had it on my shelves. And then just a little note. And she also sent this fun little like affirmation thing, which I feel like really goes with Amy and her tarot stuff. So thank you, Amy, for sending me this. Getting Halloween cards is so fun. And then also in the mail from Cassidy, I got some of her Patreon bookmarks. She has a tier where you get monthly bookmarks, and I just wanted to show you some of them. But here is this one. It is double-sided with the same design. This is actually kind of from Realmathon, pretty much for Team Ilma. And it's funny because I was not on that team, but I came up with them being the llamas. So, like, you're welcome. And then this one is really cool with the books and the cute little mushrooms. Then Book Club reads Are Cursed. A lot or all of her book clubs don't go well. And honestly, kind of for me too. And then obviously my favorite one, this is so cool. Little ghosties on here. So I will have Cassidy linked. These ones are not available now, other than maybe this one, but I'm not positive. But all of her designs are very fun. So thank you, Cass. I was really excited to get those in the mail. I think that is everything for this vlog. I'm happy with my Halloweekend progress. My diamond painting, not so happy with that progress, but it is what it is. All of the information for Halloweekend Readathon is linked in the description. You can still participate in the last weekend if you want. The last weekend of Halloweekend Readathon is a super long weekend, so it's Thursday night through Tuesday night because Tuesday is Halloween. There's going to be tons of sprints. We have a pumpkin carving event, and I'm really looking forward to all of it and hope you participate. If you've made it to the end and want to leave me an emoji, leave me some sort of moon or like stars or night themed things for midnight is the darkest hour. If you're looking to find me in other places on the internet, everything is linked in the description, including my Bookstagram, my Storygraph, and my Patreon. Just a reminder that if you are in my Patreon in October, you will get Halloweekend Readathon stickers sent to you depending on the tier, and after October they will not be available anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!